hostage where if the truth was so important, you wouldn't negotiate with lies. You would hold the truth hostage. I'm on the road again. This is Black Pill on the road, and you know, I won't be able to fully reply to some people sending some, voice messages and all that. Give me a minute. Let me take that detouching thing off. Uh, yeah, but yeah. So to me, man, it's something I need to talk about. And I think it's very important, man. We're on the Black Pill 4.0. You know, and like I said, if you don't know what the Black Pill 4.0 is, the Black Pill 4.0 is realizing that the Black Pill is an American privilege, and that the Black Pill has legal requirements for you to actually participate in. You know what I'm saying? Such as freedom of speech, freedom of press, uh, you know, freedom to protest, and so on. But what I want to talk about on this video is something very important, and I think a lot of men have been lied to about this, and it's something that's been on the manosphere since day one. It's a big lie that has survived and sprouted roots since the manosphere started. And that lie is that you got the bait and switch. The bait and switch is, I think, it's a very big lie to that a lot of men play. A lot of men actually accept this narrative that there's a bait and switch. Like when you get with a woman, she's gonna behave a certain way, and she's gonna change on you. It's a big narrative in the manosphere. You know what I'm saying? The bait and switch. They say, well, you get with her, then she'll change. She'll change and then take advantage of you. When in reality, that's a lie. The bait and switch, the bait and switch doesn't truly exist. And the reason I say the bait and switch doesn't truly exist is that you got to look at the facts. You got to look at the legal and the individual facts. The thing is, she chose to be someone that will, be more caring, be more submissive, and so on. So she chose that behavior around you before marriage. She chose it. You know what I'm saying? She chose. She made her choice to be submissive, caring, loving, and so on. And then eventually she changed her mind. She changed her mind to no longer be that submissive, woman in your life and so on. So just as she made a choice to be submissive, she made a choice not to be submissive. You know what I'm saying? And what happens with this whole narrative of bait and switch is really that it's really a man saying, well, bait and switch happened, when in reality it's a man admitting that he ignored the law. He ignored the law and invested in her emotional behavior and how she basically behaved around him over the legal aspect. That's really what it is. When men are telling you, well, she did a bait and switch, don't listen to the part where the man is saying she did a bait and switch. Really, you have to listen to and question, why did you as a man, with the way the laws are, with marital laws, family court, and so on, why did you make such a large emotional investment? Why did you prioritize her emotional state and her current choice over the law? You know what I'm saying? So when you think of bait and switch is really an excuse from a man, to say, well, she baited and switched, when in reality, when in truth, that man invested in her emotion above the legal ramifications, above his status legally. So, he made his investment to value her emotional input and her choice above the legal ramifications. And also, when a man says bait and switch, the other narrative of that is that he basically is admitting that, well, I I let her, I prioritized her leading the relationship. I prioritized her leading the relationship and our interaction between each other. I prioritized that, and when she changed her choice, when she made her choice to no longer value our relationship and our interaction, then said relationship, was made null and void. You know what I'm saying? So the whole bait and switch narrative, it's actually a man running away from his responsibility for creating and allowing that situation. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when you get outside of the black pill community, you're in a lesser pill community, you know what I'm saying? They'll tell you, well, you got to blame the woman. Blame the woman. It's called bait and switch. All that BS. It's the lesser pill community is all about men being so delusional that they don't take responsibility for what's occurring, what's happening between them and the woman they're involved with. You know what I'm saying? That's what the whole lesser pill community is about. It's built on this narrative that, yeah, man, the man has no role to play in this. You know what I mean? The man was actually controlled, made into a puppet. It's blame the woman for this, blame the woman for that. When in truth, it has to do with ignoring the law. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it was your choice as an adult. As an adult, you made your choice to value her emotional state, and you valued her leading your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because in the West, a man, like I said, a man can't lead a relationship. A man can be allowed to lead. You know what I'm saying? Key word, allowed to lead, until that man is no longer allowed. And when that man is allowed, it's really on her terms. She decides what the man can and can't say. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of men want to pretend, they want to pretend that that isn't the case. You know what I'm saying? In the West, a lot of men want to pretend, oh, I found a better woman than you guys. Nah, not really, man. He hasn't found nothing better. What's happened is he's found a woman that, on her terms, she's allowing him to play this so-called leadership role. You know what I'm saying? She allows him to role play as the leader and the person in charge of the relationship. You know what I mean? So she allows him to role play. So that's what's happening. So it's narrative that you hear that, oh man, you gotta blame the woman. It's the woman's she's gonna be accountable for the state of the relationship. Nah, that's a lie, man. You know, that is up to the man. You know what I'm saying? The man's choice of what he invests in is what occurs. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stop buying into that narrative, the bait and switch, because the bait and switch, it doesn't truly, from a legal standpoint of looking at the law and the, the role the law plays between men and women, there is no bait and switch. You know what I'm saying? It's really just men choosing to prioritize what the woman allows within their relationship. You know, what she allows and how she allows them to behave and interact with her. You know what I'm saying? That's really what's happening, you know. And once she makes her decision to no longer allow the man, you know, to lead or play a significant role of leadership or actually be a masculine force, you know what I'm saying? She's changed her mind. Because like I've been telling guys, man, in the West there are three terms, three relationships right now. You know what I'm saying? The future we're heading to is, and we're already there, the number one relationship now is her term relationships, where it's the whole interaction and the whole relationship is based on her terms. You know what I'm saying? And you'll see a lot of men tell you that, well, I can't be outside that long. You know what I mean? I can't be outside too long. I can't be drinking with the guys like that. You know what I'm saying? It's her terms, you know, her term relationship. I can't be outside too long. I can't be drinking like that. She doesn't want me with you guys anymore. She doesn't want, she doesn't like it. You know what I'm saying? It's her terms, bro. It is her terms and her rules. You know what I'm saying? That's why I've been telling guys there's no such thing as a man. A man can't set any terms in the West anymore. A man can basically tell her how he'd want her to behave, but he can't really set the terms. You know what I'm saying? He can ask her. All a man can do in the West is ask her, you know, I want, can you please be traditional? Can you please let me, can you please allow me? All a man can do in the West is ask for allowance. You know, can you allow me to be the leader in the relationship? Can you can you allow? So the relationship situation in the West is a man asking for allowance. You know what I'm saying? Asking for allowance. Oh, what's good, man? I'm on the road, so I can't really see the entire screen, look at it too much, but yeah. So a lot of men in the West are really in a situation where they're asking for allowance. That's why I say it's her relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's on her terms. You know, what does she want you to experience, and what will she basically allow you to? You know, that's why I'm saying, you know, the guys that just arrived is that this narrative of bait and switch, it's a lie. There's no such thing as bait and switch, man. Switch is built by the Lester Pill community. You know what I'm saying? The Lester Pill community, you know what I'm saying? The Lester Pill community focuses on this narrative of bait and switch to remove the role the man plays. You know what I'm saying? You know what's at stake legally. You know, this narrative of the blue pill, it's a scam, man. Most men know, the majority of men know that when they're getting married, they know what's at. They know what divorce means. You know what I'm saying? They know that divorce means they can lose half of what they own, which even that's a lie. You know, the half thing is, the 50-50 thing is a scam. In reality, a man has the potential to lose everything. It's not really half. You have the opportunity to lose everything. You know what I'm saying? What they do with this narrative of, well, you got 50-50 at stake. That's a narrative to give a man some hope. There's hope that you'll have half of what you created. You'll be able to work with half. So it lets a man think. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have $500,000 worth of assets. A man going in with, well, I could live off a half. I could live off a half of that. I could bounce back with $250,000. You know what I'm saying? I can live off a half. You know what I'm saying? That's the lie, man. You don't lose half. You lose far more than half. So you lose half of your money, and then you have to pay alimony and so on. There's no such thing as a man losing 50%. You know what I'm saying? In actuality, 80 to 100% is at risk. Because here's the thing: if you go to jail, if the end result of this relationship is you going to jail, how are you going to have half of your assets? You know what I'm saying? Where does half play into that? You know what I'm saying? That's why the narrative of you, well, I got 50%. You guys act like you can't live off of 50% of what you own. You know what I'm saying? That's actually the scam, and that's actually the coping mechanism they're selling you. They're selling you a narrative that, yeah, man, you're gonna end up losing half of your assets because they're basically, I forget the word, but they're preparing you. They're preparing you to have a mind state that you haven't lost. It's a challenge. It's a challenge for you to live off half of your assets and actually build yourself back up. You know what I'm saying? One thing you'll notice about divorced men is that they always talk about, rebuilding and recouping what they lost. They talk about it as though recouping and regaining what they lost is possible. It's a lie. It is a lie, man. If someone tells you, well, I can recoup, no, you can't recoup money you lost. Like, I'll give you an example. If you lost $100 and you made $100, you still lost $100. You're building from a deficit. You're building from a loss. You know what I'm saying? If you lost $100 and you get $100 again, you're not adding on to $100. This isn't a surplus. You're building from a loss. You know what I'm saying? You're building from a loss, man. You know, but the way they advertise divorce, they advertise it as though, well, you can recoup. You can't recoup. You can never recoup. If you can recoup what you lost, you would regain the money you lost. Like, you know what I mean? If I took $500 from you and you recouped it, that means I returned $500 to you. That doesn't mean you made $500. That's not recouping what you lost. That's not recouping at all. You know what I'm saying? That's you making money separate from what you lost. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of guys falling for the narrative that you can recoup, you can remake. No, you can't, man. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Bezos can't make back that 50 billion he lost in a divorce. He can't recoup it. Yes, he can make 50 billion again, but it ain't the 50 billion he lost. You know what I'm saying? He can't gain back the money he lost. You know what I'm saying? He's just making a new $50 billion. So he's making 50 billion off of what he lost. You know what I'm saying? It's a reset. You know what I mean? You don't recoup, you reset, man. You don't recoup, man. You can't recoup the money you lost. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the biggest scams they promote to you. Well, you can recoup, guys. You can live off of 50% of what you lost. No, man. 50% is not what is at stake. What's at stake is 100%. What's at stake is your entire life. You know what I'm saying? We all know that the way the media works, Like for example, one of the biggest pushbacks with AI is they're saying, well, AI will create fake news and will create false narratives. But we live in an entire society right now where all you get is lies. I mean, does anyone believe 90% of what, does anyone believe more than 40% of what they hear in the news? You know what I'm saying? Anyone believe in more than 40%? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, the overspear was good, man. Was good, brother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm on the road. That's why I can't fully respond to the comments as we speak. I'm driving. Black pill on the road. But the thing is this, man. It's a scam, man. It's a scam for you to buy in. You know, they're saying, well, for example, like I said, with AI, they're saying misinformation is gonna be increased and can't be controlled. When in reality, dude, the news, you know what I'm saying, in the West, like in the West, if you want the truth, you have to go to Algeria News. You got to go to a news station outside of your own country just to experience the truth. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get the truth from the news domestically. No. Domestic news, you will always be lied to and told something based on a narrative. You know what I'm saying? The domestic news can't even tell you the divorce rate. They're telling you, oh, it's 50%. It's 50%. Oh, it's recovering. No, man. Divorce is over 75%. It's over 75. It's 80%, man. 80% plus. You're not gonna hear the truth on the news. I mean, you can't even hear the truth when you watch sports. You know what I'm saying? A sports anchor can't even be honest with you. You know? You know what I'm saying? Everything's built on misinformation and lies. You know what I'm saying? So this narrative of, well, they'll be honest with you and all that's a damn lie, man. You know what I'm saying? Misinformation is everywhere. You know what I mean? This is kind of why they make you, the lesser pill community wants you to hate the black pill. You know what I'm saying? They want you to hate the black pill because they want you to maintain your loyalty to misinformation and hope. You know what I'm saying? They want you to buy in. They want you to buy in on hope so much. You know what I'm saying? They want you to buy on that narrative. Because here's the thing. I mean, think about it, man. Think about it that they would lie about the math. You know what I'm saying? Divorce. If you're divorced, you can't recoup that money, man. You can't remake it. You can get another. You can get another sum. Like let's say if you lose $100,000 in divorce, yes, you can make $100,000 again. But it's not the 100,000 you lost. So you're not making $100,000 and building on top of that. You're not building on top. You're building on top of a negative, what you lost. You know what I'm saying? It's a big lie of a narrative that, oh man, you're gonna make your money back and all this stuff. You're not making no money back, man. Whatever you lose it, man. Yeah, black, you know what I mean? The overspear was good. Yeah, Black Boozer Tours was good, man. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna make your money back. That's another way they basically get the westernized man. They challenge you during your divorce. They're like, hey man, what you mad about? You can make that money back. Yes, you lost $100,000 in the divorce, but you can make that back. No, you can't. You can't make money. You can't make the money back that you lost. You know what I'm saying? You can't recoup what you lost. That's insanity. If I lose $100,000 and I made $100,000, that's not the $100,000 I lost. That's a whole new source of income. That ain't the same money that I lost. You know what I'm saying? So even in failure here in the West, they challenge you. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole westernized relationship in legal law is built on challenge. You know what I'm saying? Everything for a man here in the West is a challenge. You know what I'm saying? It's a challenge. Your divorce is a challenge. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got divorced, man. Well, the new challenge is for you to make that money you lost and get married again. You know what I'm saying? That's the new challenge. In the West, there's no such thing as them accepting what you've lost or telling you what you've lost. You know what I'm saying? Instead, it's you got a new challenge, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like playing a fighting game. New challenger. You know what I'm saying? New challenger. Jin Kazama. Heihachi Mishima. You know what I'm saying? So it's everything's based on challenging you and lying to you. You know what I'm saying? That's the narrative, man. There's no such thing as accepting what you lost and moving on. The West is about keeping you on a loop. He gets married, he gets divorced. He gets married, he gets divorced. He gets in a relationship hoping it's long term. It ends, he gets in another one. You know what I'm saying? The West is about a loop, getting you on a loop of suffering, man. You know what I'm saying? Defining your suffering as a as an actual achievement and a goal. You know what I'm saying? The westernized man, his goal is to suffer. You know what I'm saying? His goal isn't to prosper. Because if it was, he'd be able to he'd be able to tell you he'd be able to tell you what he's doing wrong. But in the West, you know what I'm saying, suffering is the goal. Failure is the option. You know what I mean? Investing in a higher failure rate is the goal in the West. You know what I'm saying? It ain't to succeed. Well, man, it's been Hold the Truth hostage, man. I'ma holler at y'all, man. Have a good one. It's been Black Pill on the road. I'll see if I can get back on another one.
They said the truth won't survive beside the lies that maintain the decaying face.